Have you ever wondered how you'd survive if you got stuck in the middle of the forest with no modern equipment? What if I told you that with just a few essential items, you could turn that situation into an opportunity to connect with nature and test your skills? Today, we're diving into the world of bushcraft, an ancient practice that's gaining popularity among men who seek more than just an outdoor getaway. They want a real challenge, a true adventure. Stay with me until the end of this video to uncover the secrets to mastering bushcraft essentials. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Let's get started. Basic tools. The first thing you need to know about bushcraft is the importance of the right tools. Without them, your chances of success diminish drastically. Let's start with the basics, the machete. A good machete isn't just a cutting tool, it's an extension of your arm. It can be used to build shelter, prepare food, and even for defense. A recent study showed that the machete is considered the most versatile tool among bushcraft enthusiasts. Additionally, you'll need a good multi-tool knife. This little wonder can do everything from carving wood to opening cans. Don't forget the axe, ideal for heavier tasks like chopping wood. Remember, choosing the right tools is the foundation for any successful bushcraft adventure. Shelter building. Now that we have our tools, let's talk about how to build a shelter. In bushcraft, knowing how to set up a shelter can mean the difference between a comfortable night and a night of agony. There are several types of shelters you can build, but one of the most effective is the lean-to shelter. This shelter is simple to set up and offers protection against wind and rain. To build it, you'll need a good machete to cut branches and some rope to tie them together. Another popular shelter type is the debris hut, which uses materials found on site, like leaves and branches, to create an insulating layer. Studies show that well-built shelters can significantly increase your chances of survival in extreme conditions. Knowing how to build a shelter is an essential skill every bushcraft practitioner must master. Fire and outdoor cooking. No bushcraft adventure is complete without knowing how to make fire. Fire not only keeps you warm, but is also essential for cooking and purifying water. There are several ways to start a fire, but one of the most reliable is using flint and steel. This technique is ancient and has been used for generations. To start, you'll need to gather some tinder, such as birch bark or dry moss. Use the machete to scrape the flint, creating sparks that will ignite the tinder. Once you have a solid fire, it's time to cook. Cooking outdoors can be a challenge, but with a little practice, you can prepare delicious meals. One of the simplest and tastiest dishes you can make is bannock, a quick bread made with flour, water, and a bit of salt. This is an essential skill that not only enhances your bushcraft experience, but also keeps you well-fed and energized. Navigation and orientation. Another vital skill in bushcraft is navigation. Knowing how to orient yourself in nature can save your life. The first navigation tool you should master is the compass. A well-used compass can guide you accurately, even in the most adverse conditions. Additionally, learning to read topographic maps is crucial. These maps detail the landscape and help identify important landmarks. But what if you find yourself without a compass or a map? That's where natural navigation comes in. By observing the sun, stars, and even the growth of moss on trees, you can determine direction. Studies show that natural navigation skills are highly valued among bushcraft enthusiasts. These skills not only increase your safety, but also boost your confidence and independence in the wilderness. Water procurement and purification. Water is essential for survival, and knowing how to find and purify it is a crucial bushcraft skill. First, you need to know where to look for water. Low-lying areas, such as valleys and ravines, are good places to start. Another tip is to follow animals. They usually know the water sources. Once you find water, the next step is to purify it. There are several methods for this, but boiling is one of the most effective. Bring the water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute to kill pathogens. Alternatively, you can use purification tablets or portable filters. The ability to purify water not only ensures your safety, but also increases your chances of survival on long bushcraft expeditions. Speaking of water purification, be sure to check out our guide in the comments link. Food procurement and foraging. In bushcraft, knowing how to find food in the wild is another essential skill. This includes hunting, fishing, and foraging for edible plants. Fishing is one of the most efficient ways to get food. Use a line and hook to catch fish in rivers and lakes. For hunting, simple traps like the figure 4 trap can be made with a bit of practice. Foraging is also an art. Learning to identify edible and medicinal plants can provide essential nutrients. However, it's crucial to know what you're doing, as consuming the wrong plant can be fatal. Studies show that efficient foraging can provide up to 50% of daily caloric needs in survival situations. This skill not only keeps you fed, but also deepens your connection with nature. First aid and safety. In a bushcraft adventure, being prepared to handle emergencies is crucial. First aid skills are indispensable. Always carry a basic first aid kit with items like bandages, antiseptics, and essential medications. Learning basic first aid techniques, such as treating cuts, burns, and fractures, can save lives. Additionally, knowing how to signal for rescue is crucial. Use a signal mirror, whistle, or even a fire to attract attention. Studies indicate that most incidents in the wild occur due to inadequate preparation. Therefore, having basic first aid and safety knowledge can make all the difference between a happy ending and a tragedy. Learn everything about first aid with our guide in the comments link. Bushcraft is not just about survival. It's about living in harmony with nature and rediscovering ancestral skills that many of us have forgotten. From using essential tools to building shelters, making fire, navigating, finding water and food, and ensuring safety with first aid, every aspect of bushcraft is a lesson in self-sufficiency and resilience. If you feel drawn to the idea of reconnecting with nature and testing your limits, then bushcraft is for you. Keep following our videos for more tips and techniques. Remember, the key to a successful bushcraft experience is preparation and knowledge. Are you ready to accept the challenge? Let's go! Adventure awaits you.